Welcome back to the program. Good morning, Abuja. And our conversation this morning with my next guest is going to be one that everybody should be interested in. Yes, we're talking about global opportunities for entrepreneurs here in Nigeria. As you know, the Nigerian landscape and the whole world in total is going through very challenging times. We understand the inflation, the lack of money, and all of that. But then the opportunities that people can cash in and cash out from. And that is what Abdul Hakim Adeza Abdul Karim will be discussing with us this morning. It's a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you very much. It's a
Good
pleasure to be here. Good
morning.
morning.
I usually like when I see young people breaking the world of our generation,
Yes.
like making us proud. You know all the time that you see young people, they always tell you they're fraudsters, they're scammers, they're schemers. But you see, when you see young people, we are truly proud of you. So keep it up.
So, Abdul Karim, you are a business coach. You help people navigate the stormy waters of entrepreneurship. Now, we're trying to examine. Let me begin by saying, are there opportunities for our entrepreneurs globally?
I love this question. Thank you very much for this. There are opportunities, and basically, the term entrepreneurship, it's being able to identify opportunities where there are none, identifying opportunities amidst challenges. If you can do this, then you're an entrepreneur. So, going back to your question, are there opportunities? There are tons of opportunity. And if you cannot see the opportunity, create one.
Wow. You cannot see the opportunity to create one. Nice one. Okay, so let me ask this question. Technology has come to stay, and it's left for us to either use it positively or negatively. So now let's talk about Nigerian entrepreneurs. How can they leverage technology and digital platforms to access international markets and then scale through in businesses?
Okay, thank you for another apt question. So, yes, technology is here to stay. And just like any other thing, we started from the age where it was difficult to communicate, and man, as at then, are constrained to their specific location. Someone can be born and you will die within a specific geographic location. You don't change it. Then the industrial age came in where we started moving. We had machineries, you can move from one part to the other. And now we are in the age of internet. I can practically sit here and send a message out there on social media and Obama responds to it. So how do you leverage two things? The first is learn. How do you use the technology? How can you access what it provides? How do you use it the way it's supposed to be used? Explore. The second part is be prepared. Be prepared. Preparation is branding. When you're reaching out, when you want to utilize this technology to reach out to people and explore the global market, what will they see when they turn to look at who is sending this message? When preparation meets opportunity, the layman calls it luck. So you need to be prepared. You need to create your brand. It's not something that brand is not something you create in a day and you say, I'm done. Brand is something that you create for a lifetime. So create your brand and keep throwing out content in the world. The magnet might just catch it, and when that opportunity comes, you're prepared. So yes,
Wow. In
that's
other
how you get to
words,
that part.
you
Be a
carve
Boy
niche
Scout.
for yourself.
Yes, Kevin.
And be prepared. You know, growing up, that was the Boy Scout motto: be prepared. Well, let's look at specifically now, in your opinion, with your experience, what particular sector of the Nigerian economy would you say is most profitable globally? Say, are you going to say our artisans? Is it going to be our science and tech guys? Is it our bankers? Is it our doctors? Because it seems like whatever business you have and you're able to sell it, upscale it, and take it out there, there's a market for it. However, which sector, in your opinion, is driving the most?
Okay. I'll be a bit
Smiles.
biased. I'll be a bit biased with
Okay.
this because I do skill monetization.
Okay.
And the general idea is to tell people that whatever skill you have, so long you're good at it, it can be monetized. If you look at the trend of the world today, the Japa
Syndrome.
people, the Japa syndrome, people go out and whatever skill they go out with, it's thriving over there. So Nigerians, we are blessed with human capital resource. Our people are smart, they are amazing. And aside that, we are dedicated to whatever venture we decide to pursue. So entertainment, we are trending out there. Nigeria is number one. When it comes to the medical science, our doctors are top notch out there. They are making a name for themselves. When it comes to the military aspect, I saw of recent an Igbo woman, I've forgotten her name,
Yes.
that became a general in the US Army. So in whatever sector, just ensure that you are good at it. You are fantastic. If the question is asked, are you the best? Ensure you can vividly say, yes, I am the best at this. The global markets await you.
I see. Okay, so let's talk about challenges that Nigerian entrepreneurs might face, especially when it comes to facing the international world. Because you've been talking about being prepared. Just like you mentioned earlier, it's not about just waking up in a day and thinking, yes, you can make it. It takes preparation. Let's talk about challenges Nigerian entrepreneurs will face or might face in terms of facing international organizations or international.
Okay. So challenge. Two challenges. Let me break it down that way. The first challenge is access. We have challenge with access. When I say access, I'm talking about the data connectivity, data connection. We are not privy to the 5G connectivity. When people are just clicking and within a matter of a minute, they've gotten over 5 gigabytes of data. They've accessed it already. And we are here battling with our 2G and 3G. Then there's also issue with the power shortage. We don't have power. It's not as stable as it is over there. So this is challenge on our part. The third one and the second segment of it is the part of the internet fraudsters. We are big on that. I mean, Nigeria is known for that. Even though I don't think we are the biggest on it, but we are big out there on that. So for you to avoid this part, the internet fraudster or communicating with someone, personally, I've messaged a client, even though we're working right now in Canada, that's okay, I mailed, this is me, ABC, and that. The next thing I got is, you fraudster, you this, you that, you that. So it's normal.
Just by being a Nigerian.
Just because I'm a Nigerian. Some way, somehow, we sorted that out. And that's the reason it's important you create your brand.
Okay, so what can we do about it? What can we do?
Be intentional about your brand. Who do you want to be known for? The internet never forgets. Whatever content you put out there, it's remembered.
It's true.
People see it. So don't go out today and say, I'm just catching cruise. You like saying that. I'm catching cruise, and you put out there on the internet, fraud is the way forward.
And
And in the next 5 years, you're going to apply for a grant with an NGO. They will just bring it out. Okay, you that say fraud is the way forward. Why would I give you this? So
just
be intentional.
Just like one Nigerian actor that sang a particular song
Yes.
that has to do with Oyibo man.
Oh, Sophia. Oh, man. I go chop your dollar. Hey.
Like, wow.
I go take your money.
I learned that thing actually affected him somehow.
Okay.
Maybe like some embassies denied him visas. Someone like, okay, so that means you're truly telling us about your country. Actually, even when that song came out, some people liked it, some disliked it. Of course, that's why we are humans. No, you don't have to like everything. That's why we have the power of choice.
That's true.
You know, so just like you said, the internet does not forget. Wow. Envy.
Yes.
Remember, the internet doesn't forget.
It doesn't
so be
forget.
careful whatever you put out there.
That is why we're extra careful with the content we push out there. We're extra careful with what we say on Twitter, on Facebook,
Even
on
on TV,
Instagram, and everything, because no matter how you come apologizing, the damage has already been done. And because there are lots of mischief makers out there on the
want to take
Waiting
advantage
for
of
who
things.
to use to trend.
I know, right?
Before you know, you are somebody's own content.
And
Yes,
because you are
Yes.
bad news trends faster than
Of
good.
Yes,
course,
yes.
normal in the
We are
business that
attracted
we
to
are
the
in, the business
negativity.
of communication. We know this business simply means that bad news travels fast. But we are still having this conversation, and of course, I want to ask a very critical question now before we go. We are running out of time. Let's look at government policies and international partnerships. Governments, countries tend to go into partnerships, and this partnership sometimes is government to government, but they create the bridge that allow other businesses to flourish. Say, for example, Nigerian government signs an air travel arrangement with Dubai. You understand? As a government to government, but air travel thing done. But it allows me as an entrepreneur to be able to say, I'm traveling to Dubai to be able to do business in Dubai or something. So, how do you see the impact of government policies, and what policies do you think we need to put in place to be able to make it easy for our local entrepreneurs to begin to provide services so that they can thrive globally?
This is a very essential question. Everything rises and falls on leadership. So yes, it's very important that government puts in place. Let me go with two again. I like that number.
No, I was about to say
Two.
that. Two and three.
Yeah, two. Let me go with two this time around.
Okay.
Two. The first is policy that creates avenue for access. As an entrepreneur, you need access. If you can move around, movement creates paths. You can expand on your business, you can solve more problems, you can identify more challenge, you can make more money, and you can make more impact. So access. Give us access to different nations, give us access to different platforms, give us access to technology. Access, the first. The second part is work on the image of the nation. As you're creating that access, it's also good that you don't have to defend yourself. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm good at what I do, but just because I am a Nigerian, I have to start defending what I do. Extra effort. So that alone can take out opportunities from your pocket. If the government can work on access and refining our image, which is a collective effort, but just put policies in place that promotes this, and I believe Nigeria will be top of the world.
Well, time is not on our side, and the program is still very much on. If you've been following the conversation, we've been talking about creating opportunities for entrepreneurs in Nigeria. That is, we're talking about the global scale. How can Nigerian entrepreneurs get access to the global market so as to thrive and showcase the much abundant talents and skills we have back here in Nigeria. And this conversation has been with Abdul Hakim Adeza Abdul Karim, Triple A, and he has been taking us through so many angles through which we can excel. The program is still on, but first, I'd like to thank you for coming on the show, sir. As I said, there are so many things to take away from this interview, but quickly, we will not go with two now, we will go with one as we go on this short break. Stay with us.